Good morning, YouTube. So we are at the end of week 14 of my competition prep and officially 14 weeks out from WBFF Gold Coast 2020.
You make it look like it's magic, oh yeah. 'Cause I see nobody but you. I'm never confused. Hey, I'm so used to being used. So I love when the moment's expected, 'cause I hate when the moment's expected. So I'ma care for you. I'ma care for you, yeah. 'Cause girl, you're perfect, you're always worth it, and you deserve it, the way you work it. 'Cause girl, you earned it, girl, you earned it, yeah.
So I am feeling quite on target to where I should be. I am a little bit behind in my guesstimates of where I want to be, but I also made them maybe a kilo too light for show day, if that makes sense. So I've given myself an extra kilo leeway, but again, it is something that gets judged as I go. If my body isn't looking the way I want it to, I will push it that little bit to that next kilo. So because I am still 14 weeks out, I don't want to cut too aggressively when I'm still getting consistent weight loss of 400 grams a week. Yeah, I want to be smart about it and get to the other end feeling good and looking good. In about 2 weeks time, I'll look at how I'm looking, whether I want to go a little more aggressively or add some cardio, but yeah, we'll judge it as we go. But this week, in today's episode, I will be bringing you last week's update, because I never actually edited it, even though I quickly filmed it. And then I've got a day in the life of my eating, so I filmed a full day's worth of food, and then I will bring you this week's compliance and results. Next week I'm going to also add a body update, so I'll take a little physique update video, and then while I'm away I'll be filming my bikini. So yeah, there's a lot coming in the next couple of weeks, guys, but let's get to the data. Okay guys, so this is this week. I got a really low drop on Wednesday. That got a little bit exciting, but then my body has spiked back up. Not too stressed at this point in time. We'll wait and see. But either way, it still gave me an average loss of 500 grams for the week, which is really good. So I did have some alcohol on the weekend with family. You can see my compliance was pretty good. What is my note? Oh, so this day may not have even been this low, so I had to put my watch on the charger, and I did the same job as I did on Sunday that day, as well as my regular stuff. So I think my steps would have been much more around the 11 or at least 10,000. This particular day I was unwell at the end of the day, and I did not have the bravery to eat the protein mousse that I'd planned in. Instead I just had some dry biscuits, and that was it before bed. So that meant I did go under my protein, a little bit under my fats, nothing too bad, but that is why I didn't hit protein that day. Yeah, so this is the week that was. So I was hoping to get my weight down to 65.1. Of course, this isn't a linear process, so the fact that it's down to 65.4 is still good. I'm not going to change anything. My sleep was pretty good this week. And yeah, this was the macros that I had. I'm going to continue the same numbers. I'm currently 15 weeks out from the WBFF May show. And I would prefer to stay as high as possible if I can, and I will make changes if I have to, but we will just try and stay here as long as we can. And yeah, I will accept change if I have to take it, but I don't like to overreact when my results aren't coming through. It's something that has taken me time to get that way, but when you look at my consistent averages, they are actually down. So I'm happy with where things are progressing, And really, if I hadn't had Christmas in there, I probably would be right on track. But going over a bit in Christmas and practicing maintenance, not that I practiced it that well, I definitely had a couple of days I went over, you know, that happens. So I will continue on and see what this week brings. But I feel like my body looks tighter and leaner this week. My stomach looks flatter. My boobs definitely started to leave the building this week. Yeah, so sometimes those changes become more apparent in what you can see, but you know, the data might not actually be giving you that. So it is really important to take video, especially for competitors, but photos for general population for your check-ins. So good morning, YouTube. I'm going to be sharing with you a day in my eating today. I am on a high day today, so it is my heavy leg session or my strength session because there is some military press in it as well. But yeah, so this is what I eat today. Okay, so we are post-workout. There is a shake, a little chippy, and a bagel with cream cheese and honey. Okay, this is my lunch. So it is 2 wholemeal English muffins. I have a slice of light Jarlsberg cheese in there. There is some barbecue sauce on the top. And then I've got chicken, capsicum, spring onion, salt and pepper, spinach, and cottage cheese in there. Next is my dinner, and tonight I have a roast. Now my gravy looks really anemic because it turns out Woolies didn't deliver my gravy powder the other day, so I had to make a beef stock arrowroot concoction. But I'm so excited to eat this lamb. Smarty had it last night and it looked delicious. It is time for my afternoon snack. So I have 200 grams of watermelon, pack of popcorn, and 3 little rose chocolates. So I like my afternoon to be quite sweet and lots of little snacky things because I'm definitely a snack type person. And snacks are not bad for your weight loss goal or your bulking goal. They're great for your bulking goal, but it's when they're untracked, they're not a good thing because you can eat more than you remember to track. So I always pre-plan my diary. The days that I don't pre-plan my diary and I'm trying to like put it together later in the day are the days that I don't quite get it right. So I definitely get into the habit of planning my day before it starts, so then I know what I'm eating through the day, and also I know that I'll have enough to eat. Last meal of the day is going to be a sweet bruschetta style thing. So it's just a bit of whole grain, multigrain toast, light cream cheese, strawberries, sprinkle of natfia and cinnamon. I normally do it on rye or sourdough, but I didn't have any. And then because I thought it was going to be colder than it was and I had some macros to waste, I have a Milo with milk and marshmallows. As that is a full day of my eating on my high calories. So this is my higher day, which is about 2200 calories a day. And as you can see, I have a massive variety of foods. I don't just fit into the stereotype of weight loss, and you don't have to. As long as you hit your macro goals, you will reach your goal. Okay, so as you can see here this week, got nice steady drops. As I said, I've actually lost 600 on my average, but when you look at the weights as such, I have done the 400 drop. That's where I got that from. Now I was under on Tuesday because I was actually a little unwell, but I think what happened was that I had my afternoon snack late, and then my blood sugar dropped because it is that time of the month that can happen really easily, and therefore I just felt like shit. So I thought I was getting sick, but once I had some carbs, I actually felt really good. But I went to bed after that and just let that be. But yeah, I did have a couple of days of really high steps because we got some new gym equipment for the gym. So, well, it was secondhand, but like new. So, because of that, I did move lots because I was carrying weights and machinery backwards and forwards. So this was my intended goal this week, so I am 300 grams off of that, but like I said, I'm not too concerned. Now my waist finally got a good drop. I had great centimeter drops today. I'm really happy with the drops. Had good sleep, Compliance was quite good with my calories, obviously, and then protein was a little under because I did swap out some carbs for protein that night that I wasn't feeling well. But I am going to keep everything the same this coming week, and then the plan is maintenance next week when I head across to Adelaide for the weekend. So that is this week, guys. I am really happy with how I'm looking, how I'm feeling, how I'm performing, because all of that is super important. You don't just want to look good, and I mean, I'm still 14 weeks out, so if I start feeling like shit at 14 weeks out, it's going to be a really long prep. So yeah, I want to still feel really good for as long as possible, and accept the fact that as you get to those lower body fat percentages, you do start to feel a little bit like ass, but which is why we never stay looking like that. We always reverse back. But I love my body at this particular weight. I'm always really comfy between 63 and 65. I love being at 62 kilos. Not that the number on the scales is the gauge, I just know that that's where my body fat percentage is. I just feel like I have the right balance when I am at those weights. And yeah, 62 is just that little bit harder for me to hold on to. I have to diet or be really consistent with my activity, whereas when I get back up to 63 and 64, I can maintain them really easily. It's definitely where my body is comfy. So yeah, that is this week for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Clarifying, I definitely have a top on today. I chose the top to do this review. Yeah, so like and subscribe. Remember, stay tuned. Next week I'm going to do an actual physique update, so you'll see my body in its current stage, and then the following week I will have bikini fitting extras in there as well. So enjoy your weekend, everybody, and thanks for watching.